She was dumped by her boyfriend, and this made her an easy target of all low-key thugs of the city
You're so tiresome.
who were unaware of her brutality. Her attack on that day will utterly shock you. Welcome back to Paramount Recapped. I don't have many subscribers, but your single comment is a ray of hope to motivate me. The movie kicks off with Harley Quinn narrating her backstory through a playful animated sequence. Growing up with a deadbeat dad who repeatedly tried to ditch her, she eventually ended up in a Catholic school. Always a troublemaker, Harley still managed to earn a PhD and become a psychologist. That's when she crossed paths with the Joker and fell head over heels for him, turning from Harleen Quinzel into Harley Quinn. However, after the Joker busted her out of jail, as seen in the previous flick Suicide Squad, they recently called it quits. Although Harley claims she's doing fine, she's clearly struggling and is now living alone in a dumpy apartment with her pet hyena, Bruce. Yes, named after Bruce Wayne. One night, Harley hits up the Black Mask Club, where she gets wasted and stirs up trouble. She ends up breaking a thug's leg, only to find out from the club owner, Black Mask, that the guy was his driver. Black Mask doesn't react, though, since Harley hasn't announced her breakup with the Joker yet, which has been keeping her safe from Gotham's thugs. Later, Harley overhears some women gossiping that she's nothing without the Joker and will come crawling back. To prove them wrong, she drives a truck straight into Ace Chemicals, the place tied to her and Joker's past, blowing it up in a massive firework display. Meanwhile, Detective Renee Montoya is looking into what seems to be a mob hit at a restaurant. In a flashback, we see Huntress, a vigilante using a crossbow, taking out the guys inside, earning her the nickname the Crossbow Killer. Montoya then hears about the chemical plant explosion and discovers Harley's jade necklace, confirming to both cops and crooks alike that Harley and Joker are done, which means it's open season on Harley. Among those gunning for her are Roman, aka Black Mask, and his psycho henchman, Victor Zash, who likes to carve a tally mark into his skin for each of his victims. Roman and Zash are shown torturing the Keogh family and cutting off their faces. Harley, unaware of the chaos brewing around her, is busy trying to get her hands on the perfect breakfast sandwich. But before she can enjoy it, Montoya and some goons corner her. Montoya tackles Harley, causing her to drop her beloved sandwich in the street, something that completely devastates her. When it looks like she's trapped, Harley uses a garbage bag as a distraction, leading one of the goons to accidentally shoot another thug driving a truck. This gives Harley the chance to flee, but she ends up running into a guy she and Joker tattoo. Before he can get to her, he's taken out by Huntress on her motorcycle. Harley is soon surrounded by Roman's men. Montoya returns to her precinct, where the other cops mock her. She meets with Captain Patrick Erickson, her old partner who took credit for her work and got promoted, and District Attorney Ellen Yee, who happens to be Montoya's ex. Montoya is trying to build a case against Roman, but isn't getting much help. She later meets Cassandra Cain, a young pickpocket, and gets a call from Black Canary, saying that Cass is holding on to a valuable diamond. Harley then barges in, going after Cass, but realizes she's jumping ahead in the story. Rewind to a week earlier. Roman was talking to Mr. Keogh about the Bertinelli diamond, which holds codes to a massive fortune and is now in Roman's hands. This same diamond is tied to the murder of Helena's, aka Huntress, family. When Keogh refuses to work with Roman, it leads to the brutal death of him and his family. Dinah, aka Black Canary, is a singer at the club known for her stunning voice. She ends up chatting with a drunk Harley, who confesses that she and Joker have split. Afterward, Dinah saves Harley from being abducted by some creeps. Roman notices her fighting skills and hires her as his new driver. Montoya tries to get Dinah to flip on Roman, but Dinah isn't willing to cooperate. Dinah has a soft spot for Cass since they live in the same building, and she knows the kid's stuck with abusive foster parents. Cass steals the diamond from Zash's pocket right before getting arrested for other thefts. Just after Harley escapes Montoya, Roman's men capture her. Harley knows Roman's got a long list of reasons to hate her, like how she once voted for Bernie, mispronounced espresso, and called him Romy. Roman roughs Harley up, causing her to fantasize about herself in a Marilyn Monroe-style musical number. Right before he can kill her, Zash informs Roman that the diamond is missing. Harley offers to retrieve it for him, and he agrees, though he secretly puts a bounty on Cass to cover his bases. The scene jumps to Harley storming a police station, armed with colorful smoke and confetti bombs. She's there to bust Cass out, but in the process, she also frees some dangerous criminals who are more than happy to go after. Harley, being her chaotic self, takes them all on solo with a bit of help from Cass. She uses anything she can get her hands on, baseball bat, lighter, you name it. More goons show up hunting for Cass and the diamond, but after a little boost from some coke, Harley wipes them out. She and Cass then make a quick escape and find a safe spot to lay low. Meanwhile, Roman finds out that Harley and Cass have slipped away from his men. In a rage, he spots a woman named Erica laughing at his club, and with a little nudge from Zash, he becomes convinced she's laughing at him. Things get ugly fast. Roman makes her dance on the table, then forces her friend to cut off her dress. This ugly display opens Dinah's eyes to just how twisted Roman really is. Harley discovers that Cass has swallowed the diamond, so they hit up a store to buy some laxatives. Harley warns Cass that anyone else would cut her open to get the diamond out, so they'd better act fast. They swipe their supplies and head back to Harley's place, which is above a Taiwanese restaurant owned by a friendly guy named Doc, who looks out for Harley. After they head upstairs, Helena, aka Huntress, shows up to ask Doc about Harley's whereabouts. Harley then dives into Helena's backstory. Her family was wiped out by mob boss Stefano Galani, but she was spared and sent to Sicily, where she trained to become the skilled assassin she is now. She's already taken down most of the mobsters responsible, with Zash being the last name on her hit list. Back at the police station, Montoya finds out she's been betrayed by her ex, Ellen Yi, who told Captain Erickson that Montoya swiped evidence from a crime scene. Erickson suspends her. Next thing you know, Roman's goons attack Harley's apartment. The whole place gets blown up, and Bruce the hyena goes missing. To make things worse, Harley finds out that Doc sold her out for a fat stack of cash. Feeling betrayed, Harley contacts Roman and offers to hand over Cass in exchange for a deal. Roman agrees and sends Dinah, Zash, to pick them up. However, Zash catches a text between Dinah and Montoya, realizing Dinah is planning to double-cross Roman. He alerts Roman, who is furious and decides to don his black mask. Harley arranges for the meetup at an old amusement park hideout she used to share with the Joker, a spot called the Booby Trap. Cass finds out about Harley's plan to betray her as Harley straps her to a toilet so she can, well, pass the diamond. Montoya arrives first, and the two get into a brawl. Montoya almost takes Harley down until Harley frees herself and kicks Montoya out a window. Dinah and Zash show up next. Zash hits Harley with a tranquilizer, ready to kill her, but Helena pops in just in time, shooting Zash in the neck with an arrow. After Zash is dead, the women size each other up, but Roman shows up with a small army of goons, leaving them with no choice but to team up. Reluctantly, they grab whatever weapons they can find. Harley goes for a mallet, Dinah grabs a bat, and Montoya picks up some brass knuckles and prepare to take on Roman's men. The ladies battle their way through the thugs until Roman manages to grab Cass and make a run for it. They're pinned down by even more goons until Dinah uses her canary cry, a supersonic scream, to knock them out, giving Harley a chance to go after Roman on roller skates. Harley chases him, but gets knocked down by some other thugs. Luckily, Helena swoops in on her bike, pulls Harley up, and together, they take out the rest of Roman's crew. They force Roman's car to crash, and he drags Cass to the pier, taunting Harley that she'll always need. Harley snaps back, telling him that Gotham's crooks should fear her, not him or the Joker. Before Roman can make his next move, Cass reveals she slipped a grenade into his jacket, pulling the pin. Harley kicks him off the pier, and he explodes into a bloody mess before hitting the water. The next day, the ladies get together for tacos and margaritas, enjoying their victory. Cass finally passes the diamond, but instead of sticking around, she and Harley steal Dinah's car and drive off. Later, Montoya quits the GCPD after Erickson once again steals credit for her work. She joins Dinah and Helena to form the Birds of Prey, using the wealth from the Berelli diamond. As for Harley and Cass, they pawn the diamond and take off with Bruce, who miraculously survive. Harley takes Cass under her wing, proudly declaring that while she may be a softie, nobody better say that to her face.